We're going to exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to bend into that right lunge. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and close that carriage. All right, so we're still on one nose. We're going to bring that foot bar down to the 8th finger. We're going to be facing the feet for standing inner thigh, one foot after the other on the foot plate. Our right foot goes on the edge of that carriage. We're going to go up to our Tennessee T-arms as we go out with that right leg. We're squeezing our inner thigh to come back up. In this movement, we really want to make sure we're engaging our core so we're not moving forward or backward. Great job. And if you need a little bit more support, you can always go up to a high yellow. But if you want to challenge yourself, this is a reformer class, you can kind of push your right foot closer to those shoulder blocks on the carriage for a little bit more of an inner thigh burn. About 10 seconds and we're going to move into a hold in this movement. And we're holding in 3, 2, and hold it here. Really burning those inner thighs. Great Tennessee T-arms, Gary. Almost there. 5 more seconds here in this hold. And 3, 2, and we're back to full range. Try to go as far as you can towards that tower. Last 30 seconds here. Good job. We're engaging that core. We're squeezing those inner thighs on the way back in. We have our next 20 seconds here. And then we're going to be moving into our front lunge, right? Leaning both feet onto that foot plate to start. All right, we're going front lunge right in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and close that carriage. So we want to bring both feet on the foot plate. We're going to put our left leg back at the edge of that carriage. Our heel sticks up as we go down into that right lunge, sending the carriage away from the foot plate, and then pushing our right heel into that foot plate to come back up. Great job. Make sure we're engaging our core so we're not following. Great job. And if you need a little bit more support, always you can opt for that high yellow. But if you want to kind of turn things up and lunge, you can throw your arms up as you go down into that lunge. Great job, Kiana. 30 more seconds. We're going to move into pulses. I know our right leg is really feeling us right now, but we're almost there, almost to the finish line. Pulsing about 10 seconds. And we're halfway pulsing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're pulsing. Great job, everyone. So engaging our core, feeling the burn. About 5 more seconds here in this pulse. And 3, 2, and we're back to full range. Great job. Almost moving on to our left leg. Give that right leg a break. More seconds here. And we're just going to switch our feet and go into our front left lunge. Same movement. Last 2 seconds. Right, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring that foot up. We're just going to switch our feet out to go into our left lunge. Exactly same movement. We're just going to pop that right foot up, and it's going to go back as we bend into our left lunge, sending the carriage away, and then pushing our left heel to come back up. Make sure we're very long. Have about 5 seconds left. And 3, 2, and we're back to full range. Great job, everyone. Next up, we're moving on to our standing inner thigh left. This time we're going to be facing the free wall, left foot on the reformer. Last 20 seconds here. Everyone looks great. Really getting our foot to get into that lunge. 10 more seconds. Really push yourself. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and close that carriage. We're now on our standing inner thigh left. So we are facing the free wall. Our left foot goes onto the carriage. So we're going to keep feet on, go up as we go out. And we're squeezing that left inner thigh to bring ourselves back in. Great job, Phoenix. Yes. Again, if you need some more support, always high elbow spring. But if you really want to test yourself, you can kind of push your foot closer towards the shoulder block so you can want a greater inner thigh burn. In about 30 seconds here, we have a hold, but until then, we are full range. Great job here, great job, Hannah. Everyone looks great. I know we're feeling the burn. This is our reformer class, focusing on doing that inner athlete. About 15 seconds and then we're holding, press out. Good job. And we're holding in 5, 4, 3, 2, press that carriage out and we're holding. Won't have you here long, already halfway. Alright, and we're back to full range in 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to full range. Good job. 30 seconds here. And then come off the reformer. Moving on to our side lateral forwards, left facing each. Last 2 seconds here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and you can close that carriage. All right, one foot after the other onto that foot plate. We are now too much for you, you can always trade that for a yellow. Good job. But if you want to push yourself a little bit, throw those bodybar arms up or go into hands into prayer. Have about 20 seconds here, and then we are going to close it out. We're almost done with this leg lock. So proud of each of you. And then we're pulsing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're pulsing halfway. Great job. 10 more seconds. Looking great. And 3, 2, back to full range. Doing great. We're already in our last 30 seconds here. Should we feel that quad burn on that left leg? Great. All right, last 15 seconds. Give it all you got. We're already at 10. And then we're moving into our bridge series. Lying flat on our back, 2 rights and 1 good. All right, and 3, 2, and close that carriage. All right, so we're on 2 legs and 1 glute string. We're lying flat on our back. Feet are about hip width distance. We're on that foot bar. All right, so we inhale to cut. As we exhale, we're pulling up into that bridge. Squeezing at our glutes at the top, and then controlling that roll back down. So our goal here is to keep it here to as close as possible by engaging our core at the top. If you do need a little bit more support, you can always trade up for 3 red springs. Help keep that carriage close. But if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can switch to 2 red and 1 yellow. Great job, everyone. Okay, we're keeping that carriage close, controlling that roll down. Under side by our side. We have a hold coming up in 3, 2. We're holding at the top. And out of over to move into our extension. I'll count you there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and we extend out by straightening our legs, and then begin to come back up to that foot bar. Perfect. Our goal here is to keep our bridge as high as possible as it was in that bridge before. Really still squeezing at that glutes at the top. This is our last leg lock exercise. All right, good job, everyone. All right, I'm going to have you hold in about 5 seconds here. We're holding in 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're holding it here. Last leg exercise, you're almost there. And now we're feeling the burn. We're going to go into straight arm crunches next. 1 red, 1 yellow spring. Still lying flat on our back. And 3, 2, and close that carriage. So we're now on 1 red and 1 yellow spring. We're lying flat on our back. Feet are on a tabletop position. You're going to grab those straps behind you. It's going to resist against those shoulder blocks up. So we inhale, as we exhale, we're pushing those head and neck shoulders up, bringing those arms by our side, and then resisting back up. Perfect, everyone. If this is too much resistance or tension, you can always opt for those longer straps. It is one of the challenge to straighten those legs out to 45 degrees. Good job. Next up, we have hundreds. My favorite. And we have about 10 more seconds here. 3 and 5, 4, that right oblique. Almost there. 5 more seconds. We're back to full range in 3, 2, and we're back to full range. We have about 15 seconds here, and then we're moving on to our kneeling side crunch, still facing the free ball, grabbing that longer strap. Kneeling side crunch in 3, 2, close that here. We're going to grab the longer strap, put it over our elbow head, so hands go behind our head as we crunch into those swings, bringing it back to center. Great job. Remember, if this is too much, you can always sit hips to heels. If you want a little bit more of a challenge or resistance, and pump that straight up to a high glute. Perfect, guys. Doing the grace. Now we feel that right oblique. About 15 seconds here. I'm going to have you hold. And we're holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're holding it down. Perfect. We're almost there. The start of our core block. Great. And we're back to full range. And a 3, 2, back to full range. Good job, everyone. Great. We have about 15 more seconds, and we're going to switch facing the boutique for our left torso twist. Left torso twist, and 3, 2, and close that carriage. Similar to the right side, we're now up against those shoulder blocks, still on those springs, grabbing that triangular strap, clasping our hands, and pulling it towards the mirror. Remember, we don't want to go all the way. We're stop right at our belly button. So we're really engaging that left oblique. Have about 10 seconds here. We're going to hold it towards the mirror. We're holding in 3, 2, hold it here. Halfway there. Good job, everyone. And 3, 2, and we're back to full range. You should really be feeling those obliques on fire now. Almost there. And you're going to be moving into our kneeling side crunch left in about 30 seconds. Really squeezing when we're facing the mirror and that twist. Remember that it is too much. You can always go up to a high glute. Sit hips to heels. So if you want a little bit more resistance, then you can go to a high glute. Perfect. Nice. And we're still in side crunch left in 3, 2, grabbing that long glute, putting on the side of our elbow. Hands go behind our neck as we dive into those springs. Perfect. If you're still shaky, still sit down against the heels, but if you want a little bit more resistance, a little bit more of that oblique burn, you can go up to that high glute. About 10 seconds, we're going to have you hold. And we're doing great. And we're holding in 3, 2, hold it here. Formulas great. About 5 more seconds in that hold. And we're back to full range in 3, 2, and back to full range. Great job, everyone. Have about 30 more seconds here, and then we're going to move to our kneeling abdominals. We're on one heel Great job. And we're holding in 3, 2, hold it here. Next up, we have plank to pike. Similar position, still one yellow spring, and then we're done with our forward pump. Great. Plank to pike in 3, 2. So we're going to close that carriage. Hands are wide in that foot bar. You're going to bring your feet all the way to the edge of that carriage in plank position. And as you come up, instead of bending your legs, you're going to bring it up to the ceiling and then go back down into that plank. Great job. All right. About 10 seconds here, I'm going to have you hold that plank. And we're holding the plank in 3, 2, hold it here. 5 more seconds. And back to full range in 3, 2, back to full range. Next up, we're going to go into our wide lat. We'll be on one high loop, facing the tower. In 5, 4, 3, 2, we are doing our wide lateral. We're on one high loop. Our knees go up against the shoulder blocks. You can draw yourself up to the tower. Hands go wide on the edge of the tower. The inhale to as you exhale, we're going to pull ourselves through the tower and release, bringing our arms back straight. Make sure our hips are stacked above our knees and our arms are in line with our shoulders. It's the start of our upper body block, so we're going to really squeeze those lats as you go through. We have the hold coming up here, about 5 seconds. And we're holding in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Next up, we have our narrow lat pull. Similar movement, we're going to move down to our risers. In 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. Next up, we have our narrow lat pull. We're moving down to our risers at the end of our reformer. Still keeping our back in line. Great job. Pulling ourselves through, targeting a different part of our back. Everyone looks great. Good job, Carrie. Gonna have you hold it here in about 10 seconds. And we're holding it 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Squeeze those lats. We have about 5 more seconds. We're back to full range. And 3, 2, and we're back to full range. About 15 more seconds here. And we're moving on to newspaper. We're going to reach back and grab a red screen. And 3, 2, close that carefully come down. We're going to move into one red screen. We're still facing the back of our body. There's that power. We're going to cross those straps. We're going to grab the triangular straps. Those elbows are glued to your sides. These are still in front of those shoulder blocks as you open, like we're opening a newspaper, and then resisting that low to stay shoulder movement. So we just want to make sure that we're keeping those elbows glued to our sides and not targeting anything else. Great job, Hannah. Yes, hips to heels, a little bit more support. You want to challenge yourself even further from those shoulder blocks. And we're holding in 3, 2, hold it here. Next up, we have high X and low X out of this hold. Straps are across. And 5, 4, 3, 2, high X and low X. So we're going up into a V to the ceiling, and then bringing it down back to center, and then opening that chest for our low X. Good job. Up into that cheerleader V, center, and then cross it there. Another back exercise. Remember, if this is too much resistance or tension, you can always move to the longer straps. Remember, more to challenge more resistance, you can push yourself further away from those shoulder blocks. Then have hold it 5, 4, 3, 2, going that top knee. Next up, we're going into our high bicep curls. Going one right spring, going to uncross those straps. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2. We're uncrossing those straps. Yes. Our arms go up about shoulder height as we lengthen our arms and come up into that curl, squeezing at our biceps. Good job. Yes, bringing it towards us. Make sure we're breathing through the movement. If you need a little bit more support, you can always change to those longer straps. If you want to challenge yourself to move further away from those shoulder blocks, a little bit more resistance. You're going to have to hold it in 3, 2, and we're holding it here. Should feel that bicep burn. About 5 more seconds. 3, 2, back to full range. You have about 15 more seconds here. Up next, we have our tricep kickback. Our arms come down by our side. Tricep kickback in 3, 2, arms come by our side. Again, as we pull through, extending our arms behind us, squeezing at our triceps, and then bringing it back forward. Great job. Make sure you have a little bit hinge at our hips. Again, if you need a little bit more support, or if this is too much resistance, you can move to those longer straps. If you want a little bit more, you can offer a high thread. Then have hold in 3, 2, and we're holding it back. Up next, we have our tricep extension. We're facing the mirror. Still on that right spring. 5 more seconds here. And 3, 2. All right, tricep extension. You can hold those straps. Come back facing the mirror. We're sitting hips to heels. You come Next up is reverse fall grab, moving to our athletic block. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so we're moving that forward down, swing forward. We're in that forearm plank position, right behind the shoulder block. Okay, as we fall up into our fall, we come back, bending our legs into rabbit. Again, we're in that plank, we're falling up towards the tower, and then bending those knees into rabbit. Great job. We're almost done. We're in that athletic block, building that inner athlete. Gonna have you hold in about 5 seconds here in that plank. And 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Next up, we're moving on to carriage throws. We're still on that red. Spring. And 3, 2, 1. Close that carriage. Great. And then walk position over our carriage. Pushing out with our shoulder blocks. Trying not to hit that carriage. We're almost done. Again, if you want to have a little bit more support, you can move closer to your foot plate. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can move closer towards your shoulder and blocks. We're going to do about 30 more seconds here. And then we're on to our last exercise. Last 15 seconds, we're moving on to booty taps with our weights overhead, all springs go on. And 5, 4, 3, 2, close that carriage. All our springs come on. We're going to grab both of the weights from the bed. As we squat, our arms go up overhead, tapping our carriage, and then back to our start position. So we're going down with that squat, and then we're back up. Great job working our upper body and our lower body for the last 40 minutes. Okay, guys, 4 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Breathing through it. We're almost done. You'll feel so great. Last 10 seconds. You're almost there. Final stretch. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and clap it out. That was your report for class. We really built that inner athlete. We pushed ourselves physically and mentally today.